Okay, so we have Dallas?
Yes.
Okay.
This is doing an interview now, but we're dialed in.
Thank you.
Watch for your new brochure or visit FoothillHospitalHomeLottery.com.
In the heart of Banff National Park, there is a historic castle waiting. Welcome to the Fairmont Banff Spring. Save
Hey, Dallas.
30% with our Alberta resident.
Opportunity is everything you make it.
1 minute. Jordan's on 3, Sarah's on 2, Anchor's on 1.
Lease the 2016 Cadillac ATS with rates from 0.9%.
About 162nd Ave.
Yes, it can. You all ready to go down there?
We're going to probe just
I
how
don't know
well
coming out
your
there.
courage out of the hairspray can be.
A bit early, I guess.
Hi, Bindu, are you there?
And now we're going to show you how to bring
National Inquiry VO, New Bennett Clip, and Red Dresses VO.
degree dry spray goes on instantly dry.
30 seconds, everyone. 30.
Degree.
Brian, do you have a quick listen to Live 3?
It's end of the road 29 annual clearance event. Find the best deals on lead, hardwood tiles,
1 2 1 2 1 2. It's Winter Bike to Work Day. We're inside
15
at
seconds
Airport
to the
Market.
open. Camera 1.
on now. End of the roll. Brand name flooring, low prices.
5.
Did you say
Sorry.
11 to me?
Now it's 5. 4 to open. 3, 2, 1. Opens in. Camera 1 next. Anchors in 3, 2, 1. And go, Anchors.
What's wrong?
7 o'clock on this Friday morning. We made it to the weekend.
Yeah, if you make it to
Camera
work,
3
if
next,
you're
Jordan.
lucky, you might not find it. You might end up accidentally driving to Mexico or something out there, Jordan. You can't see anything.
On camera.
idea.
Exactly. That would
Camera
be
2
an
next.
excuse. It was foggy. Ended up in Puerto Vallarta.
Here I am.
Puerto Vallarta.
Manny, hit control T to road traffic
Take you to a long weekend holiday Monday. The long weekend looks good, so you don't have to drive to Mexico.
Sarah, camera 2 next.
We're going to rid ourselves of this fog and head into a river next weekend. Details coming.
Hope our boss would buy that excuse. We'll work on it. Here's McLeod Trail.
Camera 1 next
162nd,
for top
They're
story.
setting up some construction there, so that's going between 7
Bindu, you're next.
and 2
Standby.
p.m. today.
Here
we
we
are
come,
going to
camera
see
1.
reduced lanes at left lane being closed, southbound McLeod Trail, as some construction begins.
And go.
Thanks, Sarah. Topping the news, the Federal Minister of Indigenous Affairs is in Calgary today to meet with families of missing and murdered Aboriginal women.
Caroline Bennett is gathering input ahead of the
On
Liberals'
camera.
promised national inquiry into the issue. Bindu Sur joining us from downtown where these consultations will be held. Good morning, Bindu.
Good morning, Scott. We're going to hear in just a moment from the minister herself about how she feels
Mics are
about what
clear.
she's hearing
Scott's
from
thinking
these
off
families,
camera, then
families
Bindu reads
affected,
the, or
by
Amber
having,
reads the next story.
Murdered and missing Aboriginal women in their lives, loved ones, family members, survivors as well, speaking to the minister. Today, the meetings will take place at 1 p.m. at the Sheraton Suites Eau Claire behind
Voiceover.
in the Southwest, and the Federal Indigenous Affairs Minister will be here, Carolyn Bennett, along with Patty Hajdu, the Minister
Can we bring down
of
green a little
Status
bit,
of
please?
Women. They'll be meeting
Thanks.
again with families of murdered and missing Indigenous women. The Liberal government has promised to launch a national inquiry.
I don't think they've sent Biz yet, just so you know, for Dallas.
Really asking for input from these families, not just about sitting down and hearing their stories, but asking them how they want
gotta
to
go
see
back.
this
On camera.
national inquiry play out,
Clip is
how
next.
they want to see it shaped and crafted for the summertime launch. And so that's what this meeting is about
30.
this afternoon. Here's what the minister had to say about what kinds of things she's hearing already based on consultations that have already been taking place across the country.
Clip.
There is no question that coast to coast.
Clip is in 20 seconds to Red Dresses VO, then back on camera.
Application of justice.
Indigenous women are not being valued.
20 out of this.
Change. We need a healing and
10.
reconciliation between men and women and Indigenous and
Voice in
non-Indigenous
5,
peoples in this country.
4, 3, and go.
Red dresses representing Indigenous women who have been either killed or have disappeared, and that's what this national inquiry is all about, trying to find answers into why it's
Back on
happening, how
camera.
to prevent it,
Mics
other
are open.
families in the future. And really, a lot of
Scott
families
Banks,
are here looking
then
for
camera one,
justice
Amber.
and closure for what they've experienced. More meetings set to take place next week across the country. The last one will be in Ottawa, the one today here in Calgary at 1 p.m. again at the Sheraton Suites Eau Claire behind me here in the Southwest. Scott, Amber?
Thanks so much, Bindu.
You're welcome.
And go.
Friends and family coming together on Thursday
Thanks,
to say
Mindy, you're
goodbye
clear.
to twins Jordan and Evan Caldwell. The brothers were killed last week at COP. As Jill Croteau reports, they were remembered for the joy they brought to others.
The memorial service here drew in hundreds. The Center Street Church was filled to capacity with family, friends, and even some strangers. As twins, the closeness these two brothers shared cannot be duplicated, but we heard so much about
Okay, a
their
minute 20 back.
individuality
Tagging
and
on
times
camera
that
one
they
with
shared.
Amber.
The
Then
boy's
Scott on
father
camera 2 for
delivered a
flu
very
death.
heartfelt eulogy, and the boy's sister also delivered a very special and heart-wrenching tribute.
There's something so unique in witnessing identical twins grow up. They were so similar in their values, and yet so unique in their passions.
1 minute.
And all I can really do is stand here in front of you all today and proclaim I am the luckiest girl in the whole world. The fact that I was the only one chosen for the special position of being your sister.
I don't think.
We were invited to stand at the
Can we
top
get
of the
editing to
bobsled.
check that winter bike tour
Bobsled track
voiceover?
at Wind Sport.
It's
I
not-
don't think it's there.
It's not going to make it.
I don't think they sent anything
Jordan
yet.
Evans'
Oh, okay.
death
20
was a
seconds back on
metaphor.
camera one.
The
LQ's
top
Global
of the
News.
track, so smooth, so straight, so inviting. Just over the
Okay,
crest,
I'm getting rid of the
the
B-roll.
track disappears down the hill.
15.
No one knew, and none of us do, what is around the corner.
The two boys were buried.
5 seconds,
at
camera one.
Hi, Dallas. It's
earlier
Marina.
today. Jill Croteau, Global News.
And go.
The Caldwell
I just
family
want to make
has
sure
said
you
that
know
Camera
there's
two
no
next, Scott.
video.
youths injured in the crash. 3 of the 3 injured are still in hospital.
And go.
Calgary's recorded its
3
first H1N1 flu-related death of the season as the flu virus continues to hammer
not
this
listening
province.
to me.
Nearly
She doesn't
1,400
seem too
cases
worried.
have already been confirmed. 362 people so sick they were admitted to hospital, and 10 have died. H1N1 is now the dominant strain in circulation this year. There's still time to get the flu shot, but it takes
Yeah,
a
okay,
couple
just
weeks
wanted
for
to make
immunity
sure you
to
weren't
take
expecting
effect.
some.
Continue.
Well, a court appearance
No
is
video, I'll
scheduled
float
today
it
for
too.
Calgary massage therapist.
Camera one
Scott
next
Clement
for
is facing
Gomeshi.
several charges of
Amber?
sexual assault. He was first charged back in early December after a 25-year-old woman told police she was assaulted during a massage appointment at Centennial Wellness Clinic.
Yeah.
Investigators say 3 more
I
women
don't know
between the
if
ages of
she
20 and
said
50 have
in
since
her
been
last
informed.
email, she's like, we can do
Young
anything. We
Gomeshi
can
will
go on
learn
the
his
floor
fate
or we
in about
can
a
do some
month.
moves
Closing
sitting
arguments
down.
wrapped
I'm
up
like,
in his sex assault trial
which
on
one? And
Thursday,
then
but a
there's
verdict will
one.
not be released
So-
until March
She was
24th.
doing too bad.
Hi, Dallas. You're
Gomeshi
coming up in a
highlighted
couple
how
stories here.
women
Stand by.
failed to reveal communications they had with Gomeshi after the alleged assaults, as well as details of their relationships with him.
forgot all of them.
In its closing statement, the Crown insisted that despite other changes or omissions, the women's allegations detailing how Gomeshi choked them were consistent.
Continue.
Some sad news to report from
Scott,
the
you're doing the live hit with Dallas. Next.
has died. A
Camera
keeper
two.
noticed 12-year-old Logan struggling in the pool and jumped in to save him, but the otter did not survive.
Here it comes.
An investigation is being conducted. to
You're next,
determine
Dallas. Stand
what
by.
happened. The zoo has
Camera
3
two.
remaining otters.
And go.
Today marks Winter Bike to Work Day. Calgarians encouraged to ride their bikes
On
to
camera.
work this morning, and there's a bit of a celebration for those who do. And who's amongst this celebration? Our very own Dallas Flexhawk. Good morning, Dallas.
Go.
Good morning. I didn't work for the celebration, though. I got a nice warm ride here. We are actually down here at a
I should have told them it was
inside. That's because it's
it was
February, so all
Streambox.
the fun gets to happen inside Eau Claire Market while people park their bikes just on the outside at the bike racks here. And I'm joined by Kimberly Nelson with Bike Calgary to talk more about what's happening today. This is the 4th annual Winter Bike to Work Day, 3rd year for Calgary.
They're being silly.
What are we celebrating today?
It's just the fact
This is
that
Kimberly
you don't
Nelson?
have to put your
Yes.
bike away in the
Kimberly
fall.
Nelson
You can keep it
Fonson.
out all year round, especially in Calgary.
Okay, let's
we've
repo
had such
camera
a nice
2
winter.
to
What about
traffic.
people
Thanks.
who aren't serious cyclists who maybe
Okay,
might
guys,
be
for the
frightened to
traffic
take
bill, we're
their
coming to you back
bikes
to
out
you
in
on
winter
camera
conditions?
30?
You know, there's some merit to that if you have never ridden in the winter.
Brad,
you
are
don't
you
know.
there? are they going to be on Streambox the whole morning? Okay.
It's been nice all week. We've seen the
Can you just let them know
numbers
they're on
like
Streambox, so they gotta read they gotta read verbatim.
She's on Streambox here, just so you know.
Maybe not. It's the first year. It's a pilot, so it's great.
You were telling me that Calgary's actually ranking pretty high.
I like what it says on the prompter. Thanks, reporter.
We are #1 in Canada by a lot, and then we're #3 in the world, although St. Petersburg has been nipping at our heels.
What do you think that's a testament to?
I think a lot of it is media coverage. We certainly get a lot of attention that goes.
Do we have anything in Sarah's traffic monitor?
Cycle track, and everyone's been talking about how successful it's been.
Okay.
And then just we are a bike city, and people need to start paying attention to that, I think.
So if people come down here to Eau Claire Market, what sorts of things will they find?
So we've got a couple of vendors set up.
I don't know if she can hear me. I said rap 3 times.
We've got some prizes.
Well, she'll wrap eventually. She can't take the whole half hour.
Which I'm not wearing, but they're here. And you can just come and talk with your.
So they're going to be outside for the next hit?
Exchange stories, take some pictures.
Sounds like it.
Enter for some contests.
Thanks, Kimberly, for your time this morning.
Here it comes. She's wrapping.
It is Winter Bike to Work Day down
Mics
here
are
at Eau
open.
Claire, running up until 9 a.m. this morning. But of course, you can bike.
Sarah, stand
all
by.
day
You're
long.
next.
A bit foggy out there, but not bad for February.
No, not bad at all. Looking forward to Dallas making the bike ride back to the studio after this. Thanks, Dallas.
Okay,
Camera one.
And Dallas is correct, though, in saying
Mike's
that
clear,
the
thank you.
fog
You know
may
that.
feel a bit of a wrench.
Thanks, Dallas.
Camera two.
Whether it be by foot, bike, vehicle, train, plane, automobile, Sarah. I think you'd be better off if you're biking because you're going a little bit slower. But then, of course, you have
Your
the
mics are
vehicles
Did you hear
clear.
that? That's why she couldn't hear me.
see you because of this. And this,
Jordan, you're
I
up
know
next
it's
after
difficult
traffic.
to see, but is our first collision of the morning, and what I want to tell
She
you
has a
about.
good sense, though. She
As
was
you move
only
on
30
east down
heavy.
Memorial Drive onto southbound Deerfoot Trail. This is a collision.
The
These
next
flashing
one
lights that
is
we're
Deerfoot
seeing,
and
there's some
Memorial.
condensation, on the camera
Correct.
right now, and sort of
Yep.
that's what we're seeing. A fog almost just sort of building up that layer on some of our
Harold's
cameras,
next.
making things difficult
30?
for me this morning, and making things difficult, as you can see, this collision for people that are passing by this area. So that's something to keep in
Wow,
mind.
that
I
fog's
can't
really
see
thick.
exactly how it's affecting traffic, so I'm trying to get some reports from that area to see exactly how people are managing or perhaps not managing to get by. We'll show you the view from the Suncor camera, this is from the Herald camera. So as we look across, you can just sort of see
Is this the
traffic
last one?
starting to stack
Yeah.
up there a little bit.
Jordan, you're next on
But,
camera 3.
Again,
Stand
I'll
by.
keep an eye on it. I'll try and give you an update on that one in about 10 minutes.
Kilometer visibility there, it's
That's
500
okay.
600 meters in that area.
Thanks, Sarah, you're
Some
clear.
areas below 100 meter visibility. That's basically shorter than the distance you should have between you and a car on the highway. Of course, I'm known to preach.
I'll watch for that.
But nonetheless, visibility is low. Temperatures below the freezing mark by a few degrees. Temperature not a concern. Nor
1 minute.
precipitation at this point in Calgary. So we're watching the possibility that snow developing here in Calgary. It's going to develop.
Oh, we
east
can
as
send
morning
camera
progresses.
2 back
There
to
are
the
some
anchors.
snowflakes falling further
2
south.
shot 1, please.
Pretty spaced out in the Tabor area. Areas north and east of Lethbridge. It's really
Okay,
just
after
a
weather, we have
very,
the
very
Valentine
scattered this
photos
morning, but it
contest.
does threaten to
Camera
stretch
2.
northwest along this warm front. We've got that cloudiness for the day, but I think if anything develops, a few flakes in our fog at most, some snowfall that may put a dusting down east of Calgary as the morning progresses, and it does threaten to extend further north as fronts
30.
getting across the mountain. So as it does toward the midday and afternoon, a risk of freezing rain in Innisfail and Red Deer, Scotland, Pinoka, and then areas northwest, right through
20 seconds.
Drayton Valley, Whitecourt, Edson, into the Grand Prairie region, so fairly far into the northwest part of the province as the day progresses at risk of freezing rain. Medicine Hat
10.
is in its precipitation. That doesn't help any situation for the Alberta Winter Games that are taking place this weekend in Medicine Hat. Opening ceremonies, I think tomorrow. It takes place right
To time.
Tuesday. Maybe goes
Mic's
some of the
open.
young athletes compete. It's going to be nice everywhere through the long weekend, including here in Calgary, where we're warmer after.
Camera
tomorrow
2's next.
Sunday.
Thanks, Jordan.
Well, send us a photo of your sweetheart, and you can win a mountain getaway, an amazing prize, actually. A getaway for 2 with 2 nights at the
Here comes the
Fairmont Band
pictures.
Springs, breakfast for 2, and a $100 global visa.
How nice does that sound to enter? Listen closely because we've had people emailing our newsroom. Don't do that. Do this. Go to our website, globalnews.ca/Calgary/contest. There will be a photo share button.
Click that. Follow the instructions, which involve emailing a photo to that address. Tell us what you love about your Valentine.
Yeah,
Photos.
we are getting lots, so some people are following the instructions. Kathy sent in this photo of herself and her Valentine. Melissa, they fell in love at first sight.
Next photo.
I love this sock.
Catherine and Theo, busting a move.
Next photo.
Roger sent in a pic of him and his Valentine, Stephanie.
Camera 2 is next.
Good luck to everyone. We'll
Let's
notify
kill the
the
music.
winner
Ready, camera 2.
after the show today. So just because you haven't seen your photo doesn't
Camera
mean you
2.
don't have a chance. We can only show some in a 4-hour show.
Speaking of love, perhaps this Valentine's weekend holds a proposal for
Oh, let's
you and your
lower green,
sweetie.
please.
We'll have some tips on how to make your engagement a memorable one.
Mics are clear. Grounded.
Shoppers Love You and Osteoporosis Canada have partnered to help you make
Break
your
is
bone
next.
health a priority.
Break
Talk
in
to your
5,
Shoppers Drug Mart
4,
pharmacist today to
3,
learn more.
2, 1. Break is in.
The morning news is brought to you by Tim Hortons.
Okay, let's send camera 2 and 1 to the interview set. Scott, you can go to the interview set now. Amber, stand down. Have yourself a coffee. You deserve it.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's kind of a, it's not, it's the guy who lost his memory. So it's not a, it's bizarre. Yeah. Thank you.
Being a new mom isn't easy. But hugging's easy. Loving's easy. And baby D-drops are easy too. Simply apply just one drop when baby feeds. There's no taste, so it doesn't interfere with feeding. Pediatricians recommend
Okay, plasma graphic is
No,
in.
it's just her background. It's just her background.
the sunshine vitamin in just one drop.
The chair in your bedroom. It was intended as a place to read. It ends up a mess magnet. A reminder all is
Let's
not
check the
bad.
guest mic, please.
Okay. What about, does it have to be something, like, oh, just something very recorded, and can it just be simple, can it just be the two of you?
You know, it can, but when you think about it,
Okay, that's
the
good.
better system comes together.
The IKEA bedroom event is on now. Hello, I'm the travel lady.
Brad.
Imagine cruising into
30 seconds to sound on tape.
Hey, Brad. Do you guys have the commercial time sheet?
Visit me at the
No.
travelady.ca.
15 to sound on tape.
I
Sound on
just
tape
need
is
break
24
23
seconds, by the
time.
way.
I erased it by mistake.
Sound
I'll
on
wait for him
tape.
to come
5,
back. It's okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. Stand by. Sound up.
You mean everything to me? And I meant that.
20.
You give me the honor of will you marry me?
15 to voice. Ooh. 10 to voice.
Brad, can you tell me break time 23? I just erased the
Voice
time
in
by
5,
mistake.
4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
I remember that last one. This Sunday on the Day
I
of
thought
Love,
so.
millions of people across the continent will be popping the question, so, how do you make your proposal memorable?
On
For
camera.
tips on that, we're joined by the author of the international bestseller Mass Influence.
Ready, camera
Teresa
1, let's
de
font her
Global.
there.
Thank you so much for coming in. It has become the day of just getting down on one knee.
I don't know if they'll do the
at a
book till the
restaurant
very,
and
very
saying
end,
that
so this is
that
just
seems
chat.
to be old-fashioned.
Can we drag the book after the tag, maybe? Ready, 1.
It's over.
Yeah,
People want big, better productions.
Yeah, but the reality
Pick
is
one.
the pressure's off, you know, because when you look at what creates viral
Here's
wedding
her
videos,
font.
they give us a peek into what your intended wants. And the top things that make videos
I don't think we'll even need it,
viral
to
is
tell you the
fun,
truth. It's not a
feelings,
book interview,
family
so.
and friends.
Oh,
So
okay.
get your community around
Maybe
you.
just
It
float
makes
it
a big
then.
difference.
It's interesting you
32?
say that, because to me, I look at
Take
those
2.
videos and I think way more pressure. I mean, you've got choreography, you've got multiple cameras, you might have drones. You're saying that actually proposals of that size
Ready,
takes
1?
pressure off the person.
Well, the
Take one.
reality is, you know, if you're the one proposing, get your family and friends helping you create something that's memorable, right? So you don't have to do it yourself. get your community involved, because that's actually what makes the great story that'll be told at the Christmas table for years to come.
And that's the importance that you're trying to underline. It makes the proposal a story. It makes it memorable.
Yes, and the reality is, 56% of people say they'd rather have a memorable proposal than a big ring, right?
Okay.
So it's the story that makes it special.
So where do people go wrong then? How do people, I mean, assuming the person, I guess if the person says yes, you did it right, some level. But if people are trying to make it work, where is it?
Ready, one.
I'm not even wearing
the one
mine.
thing we see when we look at what
So
goes
do
viral
married
is,
people wear their
unless
engagement
you're
ring and
intended
their
as a
wedding ring?
raving sports fan,
I always have my
ditch
band
the
on, but
Autotron
my
or the
wedding-
Skywriter.
my engagement
Oh, okay, like a big screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
In other words, if it's been overdone, don't do it.
Okay.
People are
We're going
really
straight to the
looking for
teas
what's
after
a fun,
this.
novel idea that you
Marina, we're going straight to the teas out of this, right?
I'd be
Take two.
incredibly intimidated
Okay.
by it.
And he'll read it?
Because I wouldn't want anyone around.
He should,
I wouldn't
yeah.
want
He told me he
anything
would.
to do with it. But it sounds like I'm, yeah, I guess I'm too old school. What are some of the things that people have to think about, though, when they're starting this? Like, do you need a lot of people when you're starting to lead up to it? Do you have to have a small group of people?
Well, there's no
Take one.
rule book, right?
Okay.
So, in fact, the rule book's wide open right now. So do what's right for you. But you can't go wrong in bringing some of your dearest friends together with a bottle of wine and having a brainstorm. Your intended is really looking for you to make it special for what's special in your relationship.
Ready, two,
You
take
author
two.
Mass Influence. You talk about videos that go viral. Are we going too
So
far?
you mentioned the book?
He just said your author, but that's okay. I'm not going to put it back to you.
Okay. Forget the book cover.
Well, I think
Ready, one,
it's up
take
to
one.
the
We'll faunter
individual,
one more
right? If you're a
time.
private individual, of course, you're not going to put everything up on YouTube. On the other hand, when you look at what goes viral, it's real
Ready, two.
humanity. The more real the video is, the more real the emotion is, the more likely people are to click share. So it's actually quite neat to watch what's happening on the internet, because
Camera
it's
two.
really forcing us to look at who we are.
That's a good point, because you're
Two.
saying stuff that goes crazy and people latch onto. It's not necessarily negative or insincere. It's actually
Okay, he's
stuff
reading
that
the
are human
teas
moments.
next.
Yeah, even when you look
There's
at
a
the big
tag
flash
and a
mobs,
tease.
or the top viral video is a guy who created a movie trailer and
Ready,
got
one.
one of the local
Take
theaters
one.
to play it for his girlfriend.
Ready, two.
He's nervous, he's bumbling, but the emotion is real, and that's why we fall in love
We
with
all
it.
relate to it. Thank you so
Take
much
two.
for coming in. Really appreciate your time. For more information, you can head to massinfluencethebook.com. We're sitting here right now at -3. An Ontario man thought to be missing for decades turns up alive. His bizarre story on how he found himself when we come back.
Mike's clear.
Ski ride, tube skate, and more. The Silver Star Mountain Resort near Vernon, BC.
10 to break.
It's Okanagan's most epic big mountain winter experience. Plan your stay
Break in
at
5, 4,
skisilverstar.com.
3, 2, 1. Break is in. Jordan, you're next on camera 3 for weather. You have a weather sting right before you.
She was okay. She's